All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling something I know almost all of us wrestle with, whether you're a student or a seasoned professional. We are going to figure out exactly how to fix your focus naturally. And look, we aren't going to talk about magic pills or cheap productivity hacks here. Instead, we're building a solid blueprint using only science-backed habits. So let's dive in and rebuild that attention span. Okay, be honest with yourself for a second. Do you ever sit down to study or tackle a huge project, and literally 5 minutes later, boom, you're scrolling through your phone? Or maybe you're suddenly daydreaming about what you're going to eat for lunch, or just staring at the wall. If you're nodding your head right now, I really need you to hear this. You are not lazy. Seriously, you aren't. You're just dealing with a brain that hasn't been properly trained to focus yet, and we can absolutely fix that. So here's our roadmap for the explainer today. We're hitting 5 key pillars. Number 1, the focus muscle. Number 2, fueling your brain. 3, designing your environment. 4, working with intention. And finally 5, the lifestyle shift. By the time we wrap up, you'll have a complete, structured toolkit of strategies you can literally start using today. Let's move right into section 1, the focus muscle, and how to train your brain. The very first mindset shift you need to make is this. Focus isn't some fixed, magical trait that you're either lucky enough to be born with or you aren't. Not at all. Think of focus exactly like a muscle. And just like a muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it's going to get. But here's the catch. If you just go to the gym and lift heavy weights relentlessly without a plan, you don't get stronger, right? You just burn out. Your brain is the exact same way. We need a sustainable method to train it. And to do that, we use the Pomodoro technique. Basically, this is a method designed to build up your attention span by having you work in short, intensely focused bursts, followed immediately by really brief breaks. It's basically the perfect workout routine for your brain, keeping you fresh while steadily increasing your actual capacity to concentrate. Here is the exact step-by-step breakdown. Step 1, work for 25 minutes straight. No distractions, just pure work. Step 2, step away and take a 5-minute break to let that focus muscle recover. And step 3, repeat the cycle. My biggest piece of advice here, please don't overwhelm yourself on day 1. Start with just 2 rounds of this a day. The source material assures us that within a single week of this simple training, you're going to see a massive difference in your attention span. All right, moving on to section 2, fueling your brain. Let's talk about why you need to hydrate and eat right. Get a load of this stat. 20%. Did you know that even mild dehydration can tank your concentration by up to 20%? I mean, that is a massive drop in cognitive performance just because you haven't had enough water. This is exactly why you absolutely must drink water first thing in the morning and keep a bottle right next to you while you work. You just can't expect a dehydrated brain to execute complex tasks. And beyond just water, you've got to give your brain the right kind of fuel. We're talking proven cognitive boosters here, things like nuts, eggs, dark chocolate, bananas, and green tea. Working these into your day will actively support how your brain functions. But, and this is a big but, you really need to avoid heavy, greasy meals right before you sit down to work. You know that post-lunch food coma? Yeah, those heavy meals make you sluggish, not sharp. You want fuel that fires you up, not food that weighs you down. Which brings us to section 3, designing your environment to completely eliminate distractions. Okay, it is time to shatter a really common myth. We always hear that willpower alone is enough to keep you on track. Like, if you just try hard enough, you won't get distracted. Well, the scientific reality is that sheer willpower completely fails. You have to actively design your environment for focus. Why? Because your brain honestly cannot focus on things it can't see. You have to totally remove the temptations rather than just wasting your energy trying to fight them off. So how exactly do we set up that environment? Here are your actionable steps. Step 1, put your phone in another room. Seriously, don't just put it face down on the desk, physically get it out of the room. Step 2, use digital blockers. Apps like Forest or website blockers are fantastic for locking yourself out of distracting sites. Step 3, clear all the junk off your physical desk. And step 4, close all those extra browser tabs you're hoarding. A clean space, both physically and digitally, literally equals a clean, focused mind. Okay, we're up to section 4, working with intention, which is all about practicing single tasking. To really understand how to execute your work, we have to talk about a fascinating concept called attention residue. This is the time and the mental energy your brain requires to refocus every single time you bounce between tasks. We live in a world that completely glorifies multitasking, but the science is crystal clear here. Multitasking is a focus killer.
Because of attention residue, your brain is constantly lagging, leaving a little piece of its focus behind on whatever task you were just doing.
So, what's the antidote? Single tasking. Doing one thing at a time, shutting everything else down, and being 100% present. Now, I'm going to be real with you. This is going to feel super uncomfortable at first. Your brain is totally hooked on constant stimulation. But think back to our muscle metaphor. When you get that itch to open a new tab or check a text and you actually resist it, that discomfort you feel in that moment is literally just your focus muscle growing. You just have to push through it.
But hey, what happens when that discomfort shifts into genuine mental fog? Well, science says you shouldn't just sit there miserably trying to force it. Instead, get up and move your body. Even a quick 10-minute walk pumps fresh blood straight to your prefrontal cortex, which is your brain's command center for focus and decision-making. You don't need a full-blown workout, just moving around a bit will dramatically sharpen your concentration the minute you sit back down. And that brings us to our final pillar. Section 5, the lifestyle shift. We need to talk about protecting your sleep. This right here is the ultimate foundational rule. Sleep is an absolute superpower. Look, none of the strategies we've talked about today will work if you are chronically sleep deprived. Sleep is that critical window when your brain consolidates memories and actually resets itself for the next day. You really need to aim for 7 to 8 hours, keep your schedule consistent, and crucially, turn off those screens at least 30 minutes before bed. Trust me, one solid night of sleep is going to do way more for your attention span than any energy drink ever could.
All right, let's pull all of this together. The honest truth, there are no quick fixes for a shattered attention span. We're talking about holistic lifestyle shifts here. But the incredible news is that you don't have to be perfect. Applying just 2 or 3 of these habits consistently, like maybe doing the Pomodoro technique, leaving your phone in the kitchen, and actually prioritizing your sleep, it is absolutely guaranteed to transform how you work, how you study, and how you rebuild your focus. You now have the exact blueprint to take your focus back. The ball is entirely in your court. So I want to leave you with one final, incredibly important question. Which tip from today's explainer are you going to try first? Are you going to clear off your desk right now? Are you going to go grab a glass of water? Pick just one thing, start today, and watch that focus muscle grow. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you